Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and the second day of the Precious Metal Summit here in Zurich. And we want to get now an update from Matador Mining. And Sam Pazuki, the CEO, is here with us. Sam, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Okan. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, great to have you back. And because I think we spoke the last time in April already here this year. So April to now, that's a good 7 months. Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, a lot's happened. I mean, it's such a dynamic environment right now in the exploration phase or in the mining industry. It's been very dynamic out there. It's been a challenging backdrop in terms of what's going on in the broader market, both from a macro perspective, but also in the mining industry. But we've just kept our heads down. We've been focused on making discoveries. It's early stage stuff for us. So, we're doing all the right things, using a systematic approach to exploration, to vector in on where we're going to make a big discovery. We just more recently completed a financing where we saw an oversubscribed financing with very strong support.
In those times, not normal, I would say.
No, absolutely. It was a tremendous outcome for us. We had great support from existing shareholders, great support from B2Gold, who's our largest strategic investor. And then we were able to successfully bring on board 4 new institutions, one out of the UK, a massive UK fund, 2 out of Asia, and 1 out of Canada. So right now, our top 11 investors are institutional, and they own 50% of the stock.
So what is management?
Management is relatively new, so our positions are growing. So it's probably pegged at around 2% and growing.
But growing.
That's right.
So, okay, super. So then the big question, what are you going to do with the money?
Yeah, exploration.
Exactly. What's going on? Yeah, what do you want to do for 2024 with that?
Sure. The other thing actually we've done and more recently is we've adjusted our strategy. We've refined our strategy. So when I joined 18 months ago, we went away from where we've got a resource and we started to look greenfields. That's been very successful. We now have gold in basement over a 60-kilometer stretch.
Oops.
So the way I look at it is that it's a ton of smoke. We've got to figure out where the fire is actually coming from, right? That's the puzzle that we need to solve. But in the last 12 months, we've taken a lot of the existing data from what Matador had and all the companies before Matador, where we've got a resource, to see are there opportunities that we're missing. On top of that, we've had B2 involved with the strategy and through target generation. Their investment isn't passive. They're actively involved with what we're doing.
Okay.
So we've had their input. And then we've had an external expert named Brett Davis, who's regarded globally as the structural geologist guru. He spent 2 weeks with us to look at the structures. He's challenged all the geological theories of 30 years. And so we've layered on his theories and his ideas, and we've now refined our strategy to go back to the brownfields, which is where the resource is. We've got several new targets there that we're going to diamond drill. And while that's happening, we're going to build up the pipeline of opportunities within the greenfield setting. So we're going to take our systematic approach to exploration, use bottom of hole base to till sampling, which most Canadian companies don't do. But that's how major discoveries have been made globally in Western Australia. Rupert resources more recently in Finland. Ikari was discovered through base of till sampling. So we're going to apply these techniques to basically generate additional targets. And so we've got a pipeline of opportunities, and it'd be like a conveyor belt. As one opportunity falls off, you got more that come in. And that's really going to be our approach to exploration moving forward.
Okay, super. So the approach makes absolutely sense to me. Where do you put now the focus on it? Because I saw it's 750 square kilometers altogether in your presentation. This is super large, really a lot. So where do you emphasize? Because you are not like a billion-dollar company, so you have to go. You have to spend very wisely.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, we've got a massive land package, 120 kilometers of continuous strike on the same structure that hosts Marathon Gold's 5 million ounces. Plus, we've got 27 kilometers at another property called Hermitage, which looks very much to what you see in Eastern Australia in the Victorian goldfields. So we've got a lot of ground to cover, and it's a double-edged sword. Like you said, it's a lot to cover for a small company. And if you're not focused, then you can blow your brains out, and the next company is in on your property doing the work that you were doing before.
With a big smile, because
you
spent the money.
That's right, exactly. So this is why it's important for us to basically we have 3 categories. You've got advanced targets, which is where we diamond drill. Then you've got intermediate, which is where we're going to use an RC drill rig to do the bottom of hole sampling, and then we do all the prospecting early stage stuff. And you just have a conveyor belt of opportunities.
Absolutely. The merger now, which was just yesterday announced with Marathon and Calibre Mining, is that something you would say, that brings a bit of fresh wind into the area?
Yeah, we've known each other for years, and you've heard me say that the industry needs more consolidation. I am still very much a believer of that. Mid-tier producers need to get together. I thought there were too many mining companies in my previous role. Now that I'm in exploration, I see there's even more exploration companies. There's no need for so many companies. There has to be consolidation in the sector, and we'd certainly look for those opportunities. The transaction, it is relevant because it's in Newfoundland. It's on the same structure that we're on.
That's what I thought when I looked at the map.
No, absolutely. And we're looking for what Marathon has. And Calibre, they're a well-regarded company that's done really well, has been very successful, very good support from investors. So we welcome them to Newfoundland. We look forward to engaging with them. And interestingly, B2 owns 30% of Calibre as well.
Okay, I hear the ring of the bell. Okay, perfect. That makes really sense. 2024, we are in front of that. What is on your wish list?
Yeah, so we're actually doing all the prep work right now so we can get back into the field in January. So one of the things that we've been working on is how do we get to do exploration pretty much all year round? There are some moments where you want to avoid doing any field work because of the weather. But we can actually drill efficiently in the winter, like January, February, March. And so we're planning to get back into the field in January, do some exploration work. What we're looking at doing right now is bring the RC rig in, be the first ones in Newfoundland to bring an RC rig to do bottom of hole sampling. And we're looking to do that at Malachite. Through the work we've done, plus the input we've had from some of these external parties that have been involved with us, we're targeting this one area which experts have characterized as a boissy. So a boissy is a 60 million ounce deposit. If we are able to replicate that, it creates significant value for shareholders. So that area that is of interest, we're going to be doing the RC rig, bringing the RC rig to do some drilling, to vector in on where we diamond drill. And so we were hoping that by the summer we've got targets to go and diamond drill.
Okay, super. When will we see next resource update?
Probably won't be for a while because, again, the style of exploration we're doing is reconnaissance style. We are planning to diamond drill in the resource corridor in the summertime. Depending on how successful that is, could be a potential future update at some point, but it won't be in 2024. And what we're looking for is multi-millions ounce deposits. Yes, we're not looking for KOZ, we're looking for MOZ, and that's the focus. So if we drill and we're not seeing that signature for a big deposit, we're going to move on to the next target. So that's the success factor. We tag into something, we'll drill more, and then we will be able to do things like resource updates at some point.
Fantastic. Then I wish you well. Good luck for that, and we look forward to hear more from you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sam. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sam Paczucki, the CEO of Matador Mining, and you heard it also in Newfoundland, and just the neighbor Marathon Gold is merging together with Calibre Mining. Funny enough, B2Gold is also with Matador and with Calibre. So there's maybe something going on in the future, and the company looks really interesting, I must say. And the important thing is they had an oversubscribed financing, and this is not normal in those times. And it speaks for the quality of the team, of the project, of course, and of the company. So you really should check out that. Thanks for watching us, and bye bye from Zurich.